Hey everybody. Last time around, I talked about plugins. This time, I want to talk about the hardware that has made my life better as an editor and as a content creator. I've taken on a lot more video work this year between clients and my own content creation. So I started looking for ways to improve my workflow on the video side of things. Editing in Final Cut Pro requires a lot more key commands than I have to use in Hindenburg. I can't get by with just my MX Master mouse. I looked into my options and landed on the first item on this list. Number 1, Stream Deck Plus. I opted for the Plus since it had dials as well as buttons. This allows me to map all my commonly used key commands to the buttons and use the knobs for things like zoom and playback speed. I found that it's helped considerably with productivity, so much so that I got a Stream Deck Mark II. Number 2, Dell UltraSharp 49-inch ultra-wide monitor. My old Apple Thunderbolt display was starting to show its age. It was 15 years old, and Tara wanted her Apple Studio display back. So I looked into options. The idea of having two 27-inch displays in one screen, one bezel, it was appealing, but I wasn't sure how well it would work. I did some research and decided to pull the trigger, and having spent the last month with it, it's been extremely nice, especially when it comes to editing. I can have the entire timeline take up the entire screen, or maybe if I'm working from edits, I can have it take up 5/6 of the screen and have edit notes on the last sixth. That brings us to number 3, Canon R8 with a 28mm lens. I got tired of setting up my iPhone every time I had a meeting or needed to record. The Canon R8 gives me a setup where I turn it on and I'm ready to go. No setting up, no tearing down, it's just always ready. This purchase serves a double duty for us though. We hate taking Tara's R5 and 24-105 lens on hikes because it's big, bulky, and it's heavy. The R8 is just so much lighter and smaller, making it a great hiking camera. Number 4, Cranborn Audio Camden Preamp. Since I've spent so much time creating content and editing that content, I'd grown tired of the noise on my audio and all of the work that it took to clean it up. Over the course of a month, I spent a lot of time going through my setup, trying to find out where that noise was coming from. I troubleshot the entire system, A/B testing everything, and it turns out it was a combination of factors. 1, I was using a gain-hungry mic, the Electro Voice RE20. That was going into an interface which gets noisy at higher gain levels, and I've realized I have a quiet speaking voice. So that's just a perfect combination. My first step was to find a solution for the preamp. I couldn't make up my mind on which one to get, and at this point I can't remember the two I was choosing between. But during that process, I ran across the Camden. It offers clean gain plus a Mojo circuit, and it sounded really good in the videos I found, so I decided to take a chance. I've been super happy with it, and it came in cheaper than the other two preamps I was considering. That brings us to number 5, the Earthworks Ethos. Even after getting the Camden, the RE20 was still too noisy. I was looking for something that wouldn't require noise reduction. Initially, I'd been eyeing the Lewitt Pure Tube because why not? A low noise, flat frequency response tube mic sounded perfect. So I started going down the podcastage rabbit hole because that's what you do if you're looking for a new mic for recording dialogue. I liked everything about the Ethos. I watched some more demos and decided to take the chance, and the sensitivity solved the noise problems, and it sounds really good on my voice. And even though it sounds good, I still had some resonance and sibilance to deal with. So I turned to Universal Audio's plugins to finish off the chain. A little compression and de-essing from the Voxbox, and EQ from the Massive Passive, and I'm more than happy with my setup. The bonus is that it also sounds good when I do a live stream. So, your turn. What hardware have you purchased this year that has improved your editing life? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll talk to you next time.